guess it's a fair assumption that you're not all pleased with what you saw out there today.
No, it's a little bit sweet, isn't it? Obviously we're staying up and we finished 9th, so that's a great achievement. But we're disappointed. Probably some of the lads are moving on and disappointed for their performances. But you know, we've limped over the finish line. We had 10 starters out today. You know, it's difficult. But you've got to credit Bradford because you know, week 1 they were gone and they finished off really strong. And you know, we're thankful to them because they haven't beat Oldham and Swinton. You know, that would have put pressure on us. So you know, you've got to give them some credit where it's due as well. And I thought they were good today. And you know, I know there'll be players moving on, but hopefully the nucleus of that side can stay. I know John Bastian well. He's done a good job with them young lads, and you know, I thought they were good today. They were pretty clinical. We had a couple of chances early on, and we bombed them. And if they'd have been different, you never know. But they were pretty clinical. They took their chances today. So you know, give Bradford some credit. I think as bad as you know we were, and as disappointed as we are today, that they were very good as well.
You think discipline was an element that got away from your team in the first half, Alan?
A little bit. I was a bit disappointed with the sin bin, I've got to be honest. I thought it was a late challenge, and I'll accept that. I didn't think Tyara, you know, I think Tyara got sin bin for hurting someone's fist on his head. You know, he got sin bin, he got punched from behind. I was disappointed with that, and then you know, Lewis has got done for dissent, which he shouldn't do, but then you know, I believe Scott Moore said something very similar. So again, it's consistency, but you know, I don't think that. I did think where you know we're down to 10 men, the game were over. Then I think Bradford had 10 sets in a row. I think they scored 8 of them, and it was game over. But yeah, we do have to be better disciplined than that. It was a late shot, and that's you know, that's. We like to play the game tough, but we don't like to play like that. So it was a late shot. I can cop that, but you know, I didn't think Tyara deserved to get sin bin.
Overall, you've got to be happy. You know, you stay in the Championship. Obviously, the Bulls have been relegated, so. Obviously that's got to be, has that been your aim, that obviously to stay in the Championship and then look to build for next year to mount a serious challenge for the top 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think that serious challenge for the top 4 might be out of our reach as a club at the moment. You know, in terms of our budget and our resource and our fan base, I think it'll be another difficult season next year, but we'll be trying to improve on this year. So we were 8th next year or 7th next year. We've done well. Start of the year, our aim was to finish 8th. We didn't want to set a target of just staying up because we just fell short of that and we'd be in trouble. So we have just fell short of that. We finished 9th, and even with a points deduction for Bradford, we would still, you know, finish higher than Swinton and Oldham. So you know, people can't, you know, question us on that. We've got the smallest budget, you know, we've got the smallest squad, and to stay up, I think is as good of an achievement as coming up. Like I say, it's a bit sweet today, but when we look back and we finished 9th, you know, it's a real good achievement for like the club under the constraints that we've been under. Yeah.
Everyone always wants more on, but realistically, with promotion first year and then staying up this year, could you have asked for any more from the first 2 years in charge?
£1 million game maybe, but other than that, no. Probably a little bit disappointed. You know, we've had a bit of bad luck this year in terms of injuries, and then you know we are reliant on Warrington if we get injuries, and they've had a lot of injuries as well. So you know we started the season well, and you know would have liked to have picked up a few more wins and been in that top 8. You know that's probably the only disappointment. But a lot of lads come up from League One, and you know we start like an house on fire, but then we got into the grind of the season, and you've got to back it up week in, week out. You might have a London one week or Toulouse the next, which we had, and things like that. And it took them a while to get to. You know, we've had some tough times, but I think, you know, as a team and what we're all about, I think if you look at, we went 10 games in a row, we got beat 10 games in a row, and we weren't getting beat by much, and we was 28-12 down at Blackpool, and we came back and won, and I just think that shows what we've been all about all year, and we have been hard to beat and gritty, and, you know, like I say, I think the club and, you know, my staff and players can be proud of what they've achieved this season.
Your achievements have gained yourself individual recognition as well. You've been talked up a bit quite recently in the press. The Warrington link came up as well. I mean, that must be quite nice.
Yes, yeah, it's obviously flattering. You know, it's a club I've got an affinity with. I've worked there for 7 years, so I'm sure it's always going to be natural there. But so I've got contracted to Rochdale next season, and you know, as far as I know, they want to honour that, and I want to honour that. So we'll carry on.
Alan, congratulations on staying up in the Championship in your first season. Just how tough are Bradford going to find it next season, being in League One?
Well, you know, I think it's probably a good time to be in it because there's not a Toulouse and a Toronto in it. You know, I think Bradford would probably have the biggest budget. I might be talking out of turn then, but you know, they've got 3,000 here today. But it is tough, I suppose. The tougher thing is when you're playing some of them teams that are a bit unknown and you know a lot of different changes. You know, you go to Hemel away in the changing rooms and things like that. It's hard for your players to get motivated. You know, I think they'll find a little bit of that because I'm sure there'll be some, you know, players with, you know, Super League experience and Championship experience playing for Bradford next year. So I don't think it'll be as straightforward as people imagine. But you know, I'd like to see them back in the Championship. You know, they're a good club, Bradford, and you know they fell on hard times. And look, we've ramped up the mind games this year. I've done it when we played, you know, the 2 times, and you know we beat them when it matters. But you know, Bradford are good for the game. You know, we need cities like that, and I'd rather people put resource into Bradford than other places they're talking up at the moment. So hopefully they do come back, and you know we're still in the Championship when they do.
Have you spoke with Mark, the chairman, about Toronto, London, Toulouse next year? Because that's a big issue among some chairmen in the Championship, that those clubs are going to, you know, bring virtually no away fans.
Yeah, I think our chairman likes the trips though, but it's difficult, mate. You know, we went to Toulouse last year and won a final, and lads lost money, you know, from work, and that's happened this year. And it just, I'm all for expanding the game, but I don't know if we need to bring licensing in, or because you know we went to Toulouse 3 weeks ago and we're busted anyway. I think we took a bare 17. We had to fly at 3 o'clock on the Friday. We played 8 o'clock on the Saturday. The lights went out for an hour at half time, and then on the Sunday, half of the team had to go to one airport, and our team had to go to the other, and it's just the part-time lads. They're back in work on a Monday. Now, if everyone's full-time and it's on an even keel, you know, do we look at making the first 2 competitions all full-time and giving that potential funding that way? I don't know how we do it, but you're bringing these transatlantic teams in, and people say to me, oh, it's a good trip. But it's not, because you get there, you eat, you sleep, you train the next day, or you train there, you play, and then you're back, and it's a lot of waiting around. You know, that we went, like I say, 4 o'clock from Manchester Friday, play 8 o'clock Saturday night. So in terms of the financial aspects of away fans, that's a big concern for my chairman and my board. My concern is, you know, going out there with half a team, or you know, my players, or even, you know, the market at the minute for players is ridiculous, and you know that'll bump it up, because if they're going 3 times, Catalan's come down, that'll be 4. You know, it's a big ask for part-time players.
5 signings this week. Alan, any more to come next week?
It's a difficult market at the minute, Luke. It really is. There's, you know, there's some teams really ramping it up, and like, you know, our budget's pretty tight. But what I think we can offer is, you know, we're a bit of a pathway club, and I think we've got a good environment, a good culture. We've got the best facilities. You know, I believe in the Championship with us training at Warrington as well. So we can offer them. There's some that aren't far off, you know, to getting them over the line from other clubs, and we'll announce them in due course. Just out of respect, we don't like to announce them. Everyone had a game today, and some will still be involved next week as well. So there'll be, yeah, you know, we'll put hopefully we'll put, you know, a real competitive squad together, and you know, you like to think it would be a better squad than this year. So hopefully we can improve on that.